Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I'll be retelling my family story of moving back to Indonesia. In the summer of 2017, my father's student visa was about to expire and he just completed his master's degree in business, so we knew very well we were either going to move back to Indonesia or extend all our visas to stay in England for a few more years. Around 2 months before our move, my mother and father were trying so hard to find a way for the whole family to stay in England for a few more years, so that me and my sister could complete our studies in junior high school. I was praying every night for God to give us an answer so that we didn't have to move back to Indonesia, considering I was about to graduate from primary school and had already been offered a seat in a very well-known high school in the city. My parents had big plans to continue their businesses in England after my father completed his master's degree. Both my parents asked everyone they knew about any information on how to extend the visa and researched everywhere. In the end, there was an answer, but the problem was that it costed too much for us to afford. It wouldn't be sensible for us to add this to our expenses. Days went by a lot slower once we knew the logical answer would be to move back to our home country, Indonesia. I couldn't speak Bahasa, neither could my sister. Both my parents loved the city, our house at the time. We've already made good friends and wouldn't dare to leave them. It looked like everything was going fine until my father made the final decision. The decision was for us to move back to Indonesia. He made his point, and as the head of the family, we knew his decision was what was best for all of us. If this was how it's going to end, then be it. The last month of staying in England was used to pack all our belongings and to send them out back to Indonesia. That month, coincidentally, was also the month of Ramadan, so it was a very spiritual time for the whole family to ask for guidance. We really didn't know whether this was the right choice or not, but we just continued with what we thought was the best for everyone. Our extended family were so delighted to know that we were coming back, but there certainly were mixed feelings in the family, because if we were to choose ourselves, we probably wouldn't have chosen to move back home. The farewells were sorrow. My friends didn't want me to leave. My parents were leaving behind the communities they have built and loved, and my sister's friends were really disappointed too. This just shows how much one place can mean to someone. On the last day, we waved goodbye to everyone and everything that we were going to leave behind and took a flight back to the motherland. 4 years later, my family is very grateful to have gone through this chapter. If it wasn't for going back to Indonesia, we'll probably still be naive and unaware of what is going on in the real world. This snippet of my family's life was a reality check for all of us, and it sure has made a great impact on all our lives. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.